is earning, it accumulates all week long in here. Okay. And then about 9 p.m. or so Eastern Standard Time every Friday, this goes to zero. Let's say it was 9 p.m. Friday right now, and it's about to happen. This 247 will drop into this wallet balance. It will also show up right here in the amount you've earned on your money. Okay. So this amount's going to add to this, and then it's going to also add to whatever you have here. And if there's nothing here, it'll just show 247, which show up right there. At that point, you could click on repurchase, and you could add some of this to your account, or you could click on withdraw. And when you go to withdraw, you can withdraw. I think the minimum with USDT ERC is $100, and then TRC is $50 or something. So you can withdraw, and then if you withdraw, you have the period of time between Friday evening like that, all the way to Sunday afternoon to make that withdrawal request, and that money will be in your external wallet wherever you withdrew it to on Monday. Okay. Now, under the silhouette that I just clicked on right here, you have my profile. You click on that. This is where you can put in your wallet addresses.
Right.
And then, of course, do the two-factor.
Okay. So once you put the money into your package, you can't get it out for that
duration of time.
Okay.
Okay. So and ideally, what I would suggest you do is try to get that to where it's doubling, and then pull profits, whatever you put in there, get all your seed out, and then just grow that account to create a bigger cash flow and forget about the fact that there's a duration of time.
Right. Okay, thanks. That helps.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sorry. What's up, Colin? All right, some of you are just on here. I see some new names. We do this every Monday through Friday. It literally is a laid-back Q&A. There is no dumb question. Anything from how to fund, how to open a wallet, a question of an update of one of the platforms. Maybe you haven't seen any of the telegrams. Yeah, Jimmy.
Address in Vortex. When you pulled that up, I noticed in mine, I only have a Bitcoin address, and then under the USDT, it has my email address instead.
Yeah, delete that out of there. I don't know why that defaulted in there. Just delete that out of there.
But when I want to add more money to my account, is it okay to send it with Bitcoin now? Or
yes, Bitcoin in, no problem. The reason I just got this update from him, actually, I was on Zoom with him right before this. The reason he took Bitcoin out of there right now, they were doing some updates and some maintenance on it to try to figure out how they could get it over faster. And here's the reason why. There was a handful of people that withdrew in Bitcoin that didn't understand that Bitcoin could drop during the time of it waiting to get to you. And by the time it gets to you, it could be a little less. Okay. And so what people were saying was they were trying to say he was stealing the little bits of money and all this. And he's like, oh no, we're not having that. These people don't understand. And that was the initiation of pulling that Bitcoin withdrawal out of there. And so what he's trying to do is figure out how they can, or which exchange or where to put the coins to send them to, so that on that Bitcoin network, it'll be faster, right? Because it's slower on the Bitcoin network. The USDT network, it's like they're like, especially the TRX, it's like they're like that, right? So, and when it's over in USDT, it's a stable coin. So that can never happen. So I'm probably going to go to really teaching people a little bit more about ERC and TRC and how to utilize that.
I would greatly appreciate that, because I've been pulling my hair trying to figure it out.
So what happens is,
learned how to do Bitcoin, and now I have to learn how to do the USDT.
So what happens is it's no different. You can, what I'm about to say, you don't need. You just need the wallet address. Let me see if I can pull up my Exodus account. Hold on a second here. I gotta log into it real quick. So you just need to go find the wallet address to put in there. You can withdraw. You don't need to do anything special. But in order to utilize that money or convert it into Bitcoin, or to send it to a debit card to use it, or send it to a centralized exchange to actually cash it out and put it in your bank account, you have to have gas. Now, I'm going to explain that in a second, but I want you to think about with USDT, in order to move that around or convert it or do any of those things on an exchange, especially a decentralized wallet like Exodus, you have to have some of the coin of the network that it is on. And that coin is considered the gas to cover the gas fees. Okay, so for example, ERC20 is USDT Tether on the Ethereum network. So for those of you that don't know a lot about Bitcoin, when you transfer Bitcoin back and forth, like you would wire money in a bank, it's going through the blockchain, and there's different networks that are on the blockchain. Bitcoin network, right? So Bitcoin, you don't have to do anything special for Bitcoin. You don't have to have any extra coins or different types of coins or anything to move that through the blockchain. It'll take it right out of your Bitcoin. It's usually a couple of dollars to transfer some coins or to convert coins. So if you're trying to convert, say Bitcoin into USDT, you can do that without any gas fees because you're converting Bitcoin. Now, if you want to convert USDT or send USDT, you have to own the specific coin for the network that you're going to actually be utilizing. For example, Tether USDT has the Ethereum network and the Tron network. So the Ethereum network is ETH and the Tron network is TRX. Now, you can go in there, Jimmy. I'll show you real quick. We'll go into, let me go into my USDT wallet. Let's see here. Okay. Oops, I forgot. I got a screen share here.
Just to let you know, I'm recording this and I will be posting it in my Facebook group.
No, I wouldn't post this because it's going to show my balances of my wallets and all that. Please don't do that. Okay. But anyway, look, here's my Tether now. Okay. Or my Tether Tron amount. So this was USDT that I received on the Tron network. Okay. Now, in order to convert this to Bitcoin or to send this to, say, my Coinbase account to put it in my bank, I need to have Tron. Okay. I have to have some Tron coin because the fees, the network fees, which they call them gas fees here with USDT, are going to be taking out of whatever Tron coin I have. Like, for example, on the Bitcoin network, it just takes it right out of your Bitcoin. Well, in USDT, because it's a stable coin, it runs on a network. There is no Tether network. So it runs on the Ethereum or the Tron network. In order to move coins around, you have to have something for it to take the fee for you to move it around, which on the Tron network, you have to have some Tron. So I always keep about $50 to $100 in Tron, and I usually keep $100 to $200 in Ethereum. Okay, so now if I go back to, let's go back to my, David Miller's in the waiting room. You want to let him in real quick? Okay, so if I go back to Tether, okay, I can look at, this is my balance, but if I go here and go to my Ethereum network, it shows that I got 8,000 of USDT on the Ethereum network. If I received TRX, which people receive the Tron network just because it's faster, it's like almost instantly. This USDT on Tron, I have that. Now, if I wanted to turn this into USDT Ethereum, I could convert it by doing a convert, and then I would choose the coin that I want to do. I want to turn my ETH, or I'm sorry, not my ETH. I want to turn my USDT Tron into USDT ETH. Then now I have the Tron network and I have the ETH network. This shows I have 1,800 in there. I could convert all of this to the ETH network if I wanted to, and it would take the gas fee out of the Tron coins that I have in my wallet. It would take the couple dollars to do that out of that fee, okay? So that's basically the difference between ERC and TRC when it comes to USDT. I would keep everything in one if it was my choice, but, you know, for example, Jimmy AMSIS, you know, formerly known as Crypto Program, only sends you TRC, right? Which is okay, but you then need to get Tron. Now, here's the problem. You can't buy Tron on Exodus, unfortunately. So you have to go to get a Trust Wallet account or something like that that will allow you to buy Tron, and you can send it to your Exodus wallet. And I suggest you do that, Jimmy, with the programs I know you're in. Have a little bit of Tron, have a little bit of Ethereum, so you always have the gas fees.
So do you have allergy relief?
That makes
All right,
sense, Jimmy? All right, cool. All right. Gwen Moore, good to see you. You're muted, doll.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have a question for you. When you converted that to ERC20, because Coinbase is ERC20, USD ERC20, you can't just send it over?
You need a Tron. Oh, yeah. I could send the ERC20 to Coinbase for sure. I would just, if I wanted to convert my Tron network USDT to the Ethereum network USDT, that's how I would do what I was just showing you. But yes, of course, I could send my USDT on the Ethereum network straight over to Coinbase.
Okay, thanks. That's just
Yep.
what because I didn't get any
no
Tron.
converting needed. That's correct.
Okay, all right, good. Thanks.
Yeah. Good. Good to see some new folks on here. I don't know if people are just checking out our Zoom or if you have some questions, but this is an hour's worth, minimum of an hour. If we get to the bottom of the hour and there's no more questions or whatever, we typically are done in about an hour. But if you have any questions about anything relating crypto, any of the platforms, anything that maybe you're unplugged with, you need some answers or whatever, that's what this Zoom is all about. So feel free to either raise your hand, or we got a small group today. You can just unmute if you have a question. Go ahead, Lynn.
Yeah, I just thought of another question. I noticed when I put money into Vortic and I putting in Bitcoin, it says in the back office USDT. Does it convert to USDT at that point?
Automatically it does,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So you can go into Vortic with Bitcoin, USDT, either one of those networks, and Ethereum. When you come out to withdraw, it's either Ethereum or USDT, one of those two.
Got it. Okay. Thanks.
And with a bunch of us crying enough, I'm sure he'll put the Bitcoin one back in there. Because all we're doing is stacking up Bitcoin, baby. And I highly recommend that's what you do. Stack that Bitcoin up. I see Jason gets it. He's like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. So we can either have some more conversation about whatever you want, or we can all stare at each other. Totally up to you.
I
Yeah,
thought
Bob,
Hold on, Lynn. Go ahead, Jason.
I was coughing. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. No worries. No worries.
I'm getting done in New York, so I'm headed back to Texas. It's been a long day, brother.
All right. No worries, man. All right. Long day. It's only 3 o'clock so far. It's been a long day, I guess. Yeah.
But well, I've been up since 2 a.m.
Yeah, I was
3
gonna
o'clock
say.
plus.
So that's why I zipped my lip quick because I know some of you
That's
get
cool.
up super early. I know.
Hey, real quick. Well, I got you. I did have a question. I started out with like 550. I threw another 550 or 600 in. It shows my last deposit, but I did click on the package I got. I don't see it. App.
You see it in another one, don't you?
No?
You're talking about Vortic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you bought let's go back. Let's rewind all the way back. When you bought your first package with 500 bucks, it was, you purchased package A and you clicked on deposit, you sent the money over, then you went to packages, put the value in, click purchase. Now you had your A, right? Now you've gotten returns, maybe some commissions or whatever, and you've added money to it, right? Okay. Did you do repurchase or did you do purchase again?
How could I?
I'm going to show you my account because I did it wrong in the beginning. Okay.
Check and see if you've got 2 packages in your back office, Jason.
Yeah,
I'm going to show you, Jason. I'm going to show you exactly
Thank
where
you.
that is. So if you go over
Great.
here to packages, okay, you can see that. If you turn your phone sideways, you might be able to see it better.
I did.
You can see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I was brand new and didn't have a package yet, I would be right here. I would put in the value and I would click purchase. Okay. And then it would bring my active packages are at the bottom of the package plan. Now you see, I got 3 packages by accident. I started this one with 97 bucks. I just wanted to see how it worked. This was before we launched. I wanted to know how to do it all because I knew I was going to be teaching this. Well, then I'm like, well, 97 bucks came over. That's because I funded it with Bitcoin and I sent 100 and it took the network fee. So it wasn't a full 100. If you fund with USDT, it'll always be the exact amount. So anyway, I said, let me get this to a full 100. So then what I said was, you know what? Let me get it to a full 150. So I sent 5208. If you notice, that plus 9792 equals 150. Now, I did it wrong. I purchased another package. So then I'm like, wait a minute. So then when I was ready to actually get my real account started, I could have just added it to one of these, but I said, you know what? I'll just keep these for my daughters. I'm going to go put my 2,500 bucks into a new package, which is what I started with, was 2,500. And I've now rolled my money in to get that account to 10,000. Now, the way you do that, which by the way, I'm going to show you one more thing real quick before I tell you that. This right here is our landing page for prospecting, vuintro.com. But down here is training videos. So in the training videos, there's literally how to purchase a package, but how repurchasing a package and add money to your account. So there's a full video here for that. However, when you're in the back office, you don't need to go to package to add money. Let's say I wanted to add $50 of what I have here, or $900 to that, but whatever. You click on repurchase. When you click repurchase, it's going to now bring up the portfolios that I have. And then I have to choose over here on the right side. I got to click repurchase again on the account that I actually want to add the money to. So if I accidentally click on this one, it's going to go in here. So if I click here, then it's going to bring up how much I want to add, and then I click repurchase. So you never, unless you want to have an account for your kids or you know, your wife wants their own account or whatever, you never need another one, and you'll always do repurchase and then click the red line repurchase. Now, here's the unfortunate thing. They can't combine your packages together. So if you do have two, you got two now. However, the profits for all of them, you might have 5, 3 kids, yourself, your wife, all the profits that you're earning on those packages, they all drop in that one spot of that red box that then will all drop into your e-wallet balance. Then you can just start compounding the one account if you want and let the other one expire, and you'll get 80% of that back after the time expires. You're muted again, bro. You're muted, Jason.
I'm pretty sure that I did exactly what you said I want the tutorial.
You think you did 2 packages?
It says no. I only see. I'll go back in there today once we need to muster.
So when you log in there, Jason,
let me
go to
check that out.
packages. Go to packages and scroll to the bottom, and that'll show your packages. And then if there's some kind of issue or trouble, just hit me a message so that we can put and figure out what the clear message we need to send to customer support. If there's anything needed, all right? Just reach out to me, bro. Hey, man, Jason, I always forget whose group you're in.
You.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Engines.
Yeah, that's right. Gotcha.
He's been tough.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome, bro.
All right.
Welcome, man. All right, talk to you soon. Okay, April, go ahead.
Hi, I was just wondering, why is the Bitcoin site down?
Why is the
which one is that?
Bitcoin withdrawals?
No, hold on, let me get to that
Coin
real
market
quick.
bull?
Yeah, the CMB back office.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
down.
Yeah,
Can you
of course.
explain why?
Yeah, yes. So you must have not been on any of the update Zooms or any of that. And that's okay. But I just want to make sure I'm explaining everything right. You didn't get the update of why that website was going to go down, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. So for 5 months, that company was in business. 70,000 people joined. They had 2 DDoS attacks during that time. They got the system back up. It looked like it was running smooth, but it was not in sync. It wasn't calculating everything exactly right in some areas. So they decided to rebuild the entire system. And they said when that was getting ready to go live and be re-put up on the server, the current system was going to go down. And then that would be a few days before they got everything straight and testing done, and the new site would come up. So those that weren't plugged in are freaking out that the site's gone, but those of us that were plugged in are super excited because that's exactly what they told us would happen. So a couple more days, hopefully, and the site will be back up.
Okay, so yeah, because I work a lot, and I was brought in through my
Yep, that's what today's for you to come here and ask that question.
Well, I just got the information that I could actually join a Zoom. So, because I was like, how do I find this information out? Because I'm new to this whole thing. I just wanted, and I was like, okay, well, he couldn't give me answers.
Who's your sponsor?
My sponsor is Raymond Piazza. And then he goes through, I think, somebody named Tiffany, but I'm not sure. Okay. So.
Well, now you got it, right? So let me get this. If you can write anything down, goldenteamsupport.com is here to ask any question you want to ask. Every day, Monday through Friday at 1:30 to 2:30. Sometimes it goes a little longer. If there's a lot more questions, we stay longer. And then every Monday night at 9 Eastern, there's a training, and we go over and you can ask questions about building, about how to, utilize your account, whatever, but we usually have a really good training. And then every night of the week, Monday through Friday, we are also right now in our diversity portfolios building a company called Vortic United, and we do a presentation there. Now, people have asked me, what about our CMB presentations? As soon as the website comes back up and it's all running and operating smoothly, as we anticipate it will be in the very near future, we'll start doing a couple CMB presentations a week too. But cmbsupport.com for this one, and goldenteam.live for any live presentations or trainings that we do. And that's 8 p.m. Eastern and then 9 p.m. Eastern, just Monday night for the training. So hopefully that'll be able to stay plugged in, April.
Facebook.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Because I'm really busy. I work 18-hour days, so I don't have time to to really
No worries.
play with everything. My other question is, I know when I put the main amount into it, once it gets built up, how do you remove it from your main wallet? I know you can do you can take your if it's in your e-wallet, you can take that out. But how do you take out the main amount that's in the backside? That's not connected to the e-wallet.
Right. Okay. So in CMB, what happens is every amount of money that you deposit, whether it's your profits that you're adding to your account or your initial seed, doesn't matter. Every one of those transactions has an 8-month time frame on it. So let's say you put $1,000. That initial $1,000 on the first day of the 9th month, it's going to automatically decrease your total deposit amount by $1,000, and it's going to drop it into your e-wallet. You at that point will decide if you want to keep it in or if you want to withdraw it, and it's going to do that every single day. If you redeposited money and reinvested money, those amounts of money will be just dropped automatically into your e-wallet when the 8-month time frame of that specific transaction amount is done.
Okay, so I did not Raymond did not tell me that part. Okay, so it's every 8 months that you can actually get the
What was
first
your
figure.
impression?
My impression was that when you put money into it, it automatically collects money every single day, and you just keep reinvesting in it. At any point, you can take out the amount of money that you needed to.
No.
If required.
There's where you're never going to find a platform in trading, even outside of networking, just a trading house that is going to allow you to just pull out all your money.
Never pull it all out. Never
you
pull it all out.
You can only pull whatever is in your e-wallet ever. But
Right.
after 8 months, it's going to drop that money that you initiated to begin with directly into your e-wallet.
Okay.
So you don't have to request your $1,000 or any of that.
Right. And then so say that whole amount that's in the main wallet drops into your e-wallet, you reinvest that on that day. It will take another 8 months for that amount to fall back out. Okay.
You got it.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Bob.
Okay.
So the idea with these platforms, hold on one second. The idea with these platforms, April, is get your seed capital back as fast as you can. Okay. And number 2, just grow that account to create the amount of cash flow you need to live on every month. I teach people, get your seed out, then get debt free, then create the cash flow you need for living expenses. Or sometimes people will create the cash flow. Once they're at the cash flow they need, then they'll start pulling out profits to actually pay off debts and things. Don't look at becoming a multimillionaire in 3 years. You can work on becoming the multimillionaire after you get debt free and you have enough cash flow coming in that pays all your bills, and now you're straight. That's the way you want to look at these platforms. So you're growing those accounts to create the amount of cash flow you need weekly. Does that make sense?
Well, definitely. And that's what I wanted to do, so
Right.
I wanted to make sure that I was actually growing my money, because I had quite a large, substantial amount just sitting in the bank. But it's not growing. It's growing at like maybe 2% every month or something like that. And I was like, okay, I want to try something different that's going to actually make me money off of my money after my hard work. So
if you have a bank making you 2% a month, I'd like to know about that bank. It's usually 2% or 1% a year, unless you got a significant amount and it's in a CD or something.
No, it's in a money market.
Okay, good. All right, good.
So, but it's, it's nothing like substantial, like doing 1.2% a day is a lot better than 2%
Oh,
a month. You
4
know?
to 6% a week is much better.
Well, yeah, definitely. So like on this platform, I was told it could go up to like 1.8% per day.
Yeah, 1.2
Which
to
is
1.8.
yeah, which I was very excited to hear that because I've never really been an investor, and I just want to make sure that I can maximize the amount of cash flow or cash that's just like liquidity and making it into higher values.
Yeah, 100%. Fantastic.
Okay, so that is exactly
Last
what
thing
I
I
need
want to
to
tell
know.
you, April, last thing I want to tell you is we do have a private Facebook group.
I don't have
It's,
Facebook. I don't believe in that stuff. I'm sorry.
well, you don't have to use Facebook. Okay. You don't have to tell anybody that you have Facebook, but it is a really good place. Every single thing that needs to be updated on or whatever is in a private group there. So I do strongly encourage it to have an account that you're in the account, but you don't have to, but I do encourage you to do that. You don't have to even tell anybody you have a Facebook.
Hmm.
But that way, anything you need to know, updates, events, promotions, anything, you'll get that update. You won't have to rely on did somebody tell you or didn't tell you or whatever. So, and also Monday
Right.
through Friday, a lot of the announcements are always right here too. So
I sent her the instructions
When
on
you
how
add
to
it,
join the group.
yeah, she doesn't have
In
Facebook.
chat.
Go ahead, April.
mm,
What were you gonna say?
it's okay. I just said that you guys it's always just like a Zoom call that you
Yeah,
can listen into, correct?
yeah, yeah,
Monday through
yeah,
Friday. Okay.
yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm pretty good at understanding things and I pick up things very quickly. So,
Okay, good. Awesome. So
okay,
if you ever wondering something or have a question, you can always pop on at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time right here at Golden Team Support and ask your question.
definitely I will so do that. And thank you so much for answering my questions and letting me understand the platform just a little bit better.
You got
Greatly
it.
appreciate it.
Perfect. You're
Okay,
welcome.
thanks.
Now, somebody
Take care.
was about to interrupt and say, "Hey, Bob, I didn't know who that was when she was asking a question."
It was
Okay,
me.
go ahead, Jay. All right, go ahead.
Sorry about that. Oh, I thought you was finished. Anyway, I got one of my guys has been trying to get on these 3Ds. He said he's in the waiting room. His name's Anthony Goodfellow. I had him clean out some
If he's in the waiting
cachet.
room, he's in there now. What's his first name?
Anthony.
Yeah, he's
I don't see him.
there's no Anthony in the waiting room here.
Well, we've been having this problem lately.
Tell him to go to hey,
Carry
Jason,
cookies.
Yeah.
tell him to go to an incognito window rather than trying to get him to know how to clear cookies or whatever, and just go to goldenteamsupport.com. He might be sitting in Scott's waiting room because I moved the domain name over. So get that message out, guys. People should clear their cookies because we did move the domain name back to this one that has 500 because we're having some issues with login on Scott's platform, and we weren't near 500 on any of the Zooms, so we just moved it back. And when I moved that domain name back, some people, I guess cookies are still grabbing Scott's link. So they got to clear the cookies or go to an incognito window and go to the domain and it'll bring them in.
Okay, I just sent him the link, goldenteamsupport.com.
Yep, goldenteamsupport.com. You got it. Yep.
All right, he should be popping on.
Actually, goldenteamsupport.com has never been moved. If he was on goldenteam.live, that would be the problem. All right.
He should be shooting on it here.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. We'll keep an eye on him. Jimmy's keeping an eye on the waiting room, so we're good.
Thank you so much.
You got it, bro. You got it. All right, Lynn, go ahead.
Yeah, my last question is there a sweet spot with Vortic? You know how with the other platforms, CMB, there's a sweet spot. So if you add a certain amount, you'll get, profits. So with Vortic, everything accumulates over the week. Is there so much money like Is there $500 or whatever so that you're going to make something to roll over come Friday or Saturday?
Yep, I know exactly what you're saying. So, so those of you that don't understand what she's saying, so there's always a minimum amount that you have to have in order to reinvest, okay, and withdraw for that matter. But as far as sweet spot, you're talking about to be able to reinvest and compound the amount. So
Right.
in CMB, the reason it's $1,250 is because 1.2 on the low end at $1,250 is $50, and that's the minimum you need. Okay. Here, the minimum to reinvest is $10. So in order to make $10 for the whole week at 4%, you need at least $250 in the account.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. So I guess the sweet spot then, I guess, would be $250 if you wanted to reinvest $10 every week.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Good question. Hello, Edith. Good to see you, darling.
Hi.
Hey, I just want to tell you that last night was real cool and it was a success.
I was wondering that. I was going to text you as soon as I got done with the Zoom and find that out.
Let me talk.
It came in at about, I guess about a half hour later.
Okay.
Okay,
And then
can
you had no problem going to package,
happened?
putting the value in.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
you left. He's talking to somebody else.
No. I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you obviously can't hear us.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, it's perfect, Ernie. So yeah, so you were able to go and you remembered how to click on package and go down and put the value in and click purchase, and then your active package is showing up. Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
went through, Bob.
So let me ask you this. I know we sent 100 of Bitcoin over there. How much showed up in that wallet?
It
199.
was like 90, just under 100.
Yeah, okay, like 97, 98, 99, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just under 100.
Yeah.
But now we got to get mom in.
Okay, all right, cool. We can do that in a little while. I'll call you.
Okay, that'll
Same
be
thing.
great.
We just do the same thing with catch up. I'll call you after the Zoom, okay?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, doll.
Okay, talk to you later.
All right, I'll call you later. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye. Looks like Anthony Mazzella. Is that who it is? Jason? Yeah. Hey, Anthony. I know you're having a hard time getting in. Sorry about that. Spread the word if you got a team partner that clear cookies simply because we moved one of the domain names. And so the cookies are grabbing that on people's browsers and still taking them to the other Zoom room, which is why you're sitting in there waiting for host to start the meeting. So sorry about that.
Oh, no problem, Bob. I appreciate it.
Welcome, man. Any questions that anybody has? This is our support Zoom. We got about 15 minutes left, unless, we get to the bottom of the hour and we're explaining somewhere we got more questions. We'll stick around longer, but if you have any questions, please feel free to either raise your hand, or with this small group, you can just open your mic and fire away.
Hey, Bob, I know
Yeah.
with on CMB we had a calculator site that we could see what we can make potentially with
Yeah.
that. Is there a calculator site that we could use with this so we have an idea what the
Yes.
percentage is compound?
100%. In fact, I'll take some time real quick. The same calculator, man. So none of that calculator is not affiliated with any of these platforms. It's just thecalculatorsite.com. It's online, and you always want to click on compound interest. I'll show you how to do this. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
All right, cool. So this is the same one. So let's just say that, I don't know, let's just go with $1,000 to begin with. That's going to be package A at 4% weekly. Now, here's what I know. I know that in 20 weeks or 5 months, because I've figured it out, that's why I know. So if you compounded your money on $1,000 every single week for 5 months, you'll have more than double what you put in. This is kind of a strategy we're teaching if somebody doesn't have if they're not referring anyone, or even if they are referring anyone, take all your commissions out, get whole that way. Or in this case, those first 20 weeks, you'll now have 2339 in there. And then if you take a regular calculator and you go 2339 times 4%, you're making 9356 a week. So then you take your $1,000 that you started with, you divide that by the 9356, and within 11 weeks, you would have all of your money back if you pulled it all out. Then you're making 90 bucks a week on this 2335. Now it works a little bit different. I'll show you this. I've been teaching people your initial goal for your account is to get to $10,000. That doesn't mean add more of your own money if you can't afford to lose it. It means utilize the program, share it with some people, earn some commissions, get some of the bonuses, whatever. Now in 10 grand, if you compound every penny, once you get to 10 grand for 3 months, wait a second here. Sorry, it's 6% at 10 grand. So 10 grand, you would have $21,000 in that account. Now that 21,000 is making you more than $5,000 a month. That's all withdrawable. So now 2 more months and you got your seed back. So in 5 months time, you have all your seed back, 10 grand, plus 21,000 in the account. That's now making you 5 grand a month. Now watch this. If I go 2139, and some people say, well, I don't have 10 grand. Well, that's okay. I started with 2,500. It's about getting your account to 10 grand. Like that's kind of the goal. So now at 2139, I think that's the number, right? Yeah. 21,329. Watch this. So it's making $5,000 a month. So we're going to go ahead and withdraw 2,500 of it. So now after 5 months, well, let's say after 5 months, you got this 21,329. You pulled out 5 grand for 2 months in a row. So now you got your 10 grand seed back, and now you're pulling out 2,500 and you're rolling over 2,500. And we're at 5 months time at this moment. So we're going to put 7 months in the calculator. So now 1 year from the first day you have 10 grand in it, you not only doubled the account, you not only got your 10 grand back, you're making 2,500 a month you're pulling for 7 months. So you're going to pull out about 17 grand or so. However, this balance is now $82,639. Now, watch this, 82,639 times 6% is $4,958 every single week. So 1 year from right now, on a $10,000 account, first 5 months you doubled it and got your seed back. The next 7 months you pulled out 2,500 bucks every month, or 17.5. So your profit 17.5 off of your 10 grand in 1 year. Plus you got 82.6 in there, making you $4,958 a week. So if we times that by 4, that's 19.8. So what we're going to do now, watch this. This is pretty crazy. So we got 82,639 in the account. Now we're going to pull out $10,000 every month, and we're going to roll the other 9,000, and we're only going to do that for 6 months. So you're still pulling out 10 grand. So in a year and a half, you started with 10, you compounded that for just 90 days, you doubled the account. Then for 60 days, you pulled out 5 grand each 30 days. So now you're whole. Then you went 7 more months and you pulled out 2,500 a month, which was 17.5. You're at 1 year with 82 grand in the account. Then you pulled out 10 grand a month for 6 more months. So you got 60. So you pulled out 7.5 total. You got 252 in the account. 252,000, and this is in 6 months or a year and 6 months. So 252, 386 times 6%, $15,000 a week for $60,000 a month. And you can do whatever you want. You never even have to really get it to 252. You only need 150 for the top rank. But if you're looking to grow cash flow, what this scenario did was got your seed back right away in the event the company isn't here a year and 6 months from now, which we believe it'll be here for another 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 years. I mean, the plan this guy has and the ecosystem he's spending a lot of money on and time and effort and licensing and all kinds of crazy stuff for the future. This is a long-term play. That's why we chose Vortic. However, in a year and a half, if everything went smoothly, you're making bank. And then you can take that and invest and do whatever you want to do with it. And I teach people that scenario, what I just did in the calculator, and you can figure it out with your own numbers to get to the residual amount of money you need. Let's say somebody tells me, I need $7,000 a month to live. Well, I would take 7,000 and I would divide it by 0.06. See, 7,000 divided by 0.06. I would need 106. No, that's not right. Hold on a second. That would be a week. So, hold on. You don't need that much. Hold on. Let me go 7,000. Okay, this is how you do it. Somebody tells me I need $7,000 a month to live, and I want this account to pay all my living expenses. Okay, take $7,000 divided by 4. So that's $1,750 a week. Then divide that by 0.06. That tells you I need $30,000 in my account. $30,000 times 6%, $1,800 a week times 4, $7,200 a month. So some people need $4,000 a month. Some people need $20,000 a month. Some people need $2,500 a month. Maybe you say, you know what? I want the number to just pay my mortgage. My mortgage is $3,000 a month. Okay, so 3,000. Divide that by 4. That's $750 a week. Divide that by 0.06. 12,500 in your account times 6%, $750 a week times 4, $3,000 a month. Right? So you need 12,500 in that account to passively earn $3,000 a month. That's if you share it with not one person. Share it with a handful of people, accelerate that. And that's what I tell people. I mean, I've gotten my accounts quite large in the programs I'm in by sharing it with other people. And just remember this, we're not using other people's money to make money. The company is generous enough to give us profits. Every penny of somebody's amount that goes into an account is their money. Always remember that part of it. So nobody's money is paying anybody any money. Okay, so, but it doesn't negate from the rules of never play with more money you can afford to lose, get your profits out so you're whole, and then figure out what you need for your profits. But that's how that would work out, Anthony. Hopefully that helped. But you can use that calculator.
No, it does. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome, man.
Bob, what was your beginning amount when you were given that example? Was it
10,000? It was 10,000.
10,000. Okay.
Yep. So what you can do is if you don't have 10 grand, what you do is go, okay, what do I need to do? For example, let's do this. Let me show you this. Let's say somebody has 2,500. Okay. So you go, okay, I got 2,500. How quickly do I get this 2,500 to $10,000? What do I got to do to be able to get it there? So let's see what happens with 6-month time frame on 2,500. Well, that's only going to turn into 8,800 by just compounding. So that's not enough. That's 6 months. I want to see you get your seed out much faster than that. Okay. So if I go deposits and I'm making some commissions, and let's say I add $200 a month to it. Well, does that push me over 10? Sure does. So 2,500 in your account, adding $200 a month to it. I mean, maybe somebody takes, what would that be? $50 a week from their paycheck to add to it, right? Whatever. Or they share it with people and use their commissions, and they add $200 a month. Now in 6 months, that account will be $11,000. They put $2,500 in. So at that point, or no, they put 25, 30, 3,700 they put in. Even if you're calling this commissions, don't matter. They put 3,700 in. Well, now 6 months from now, they got 11,000 in there. 11,060. Now they're getting 6%. So that's 663 a week times 4, which is 2,654 times 2 months. It's over 5,000. So you only need a month and a half to get this $3,700 back. So within 6 months or 7 months and a week, you would have all the money you put in back, and you'd have 11 grand in your account, which is making you, what, 11,000 is somewhere around 2,500 a month. So 11 times 6% times 4, yeah, $2,654 a month. So there's all kinds of ways you can figure it out. Bob, I only got $500. Okay, so what if you go $500 and you say, you know what, I'm going to add $100 from my paycheck every week, right? So you add 400 to it. Where's that going to be in 6 months? 6,000. So you might need to add a little more than that. All you got to do is share it with some people. Let's say you add $1,000 a month to it because you're making $1,000 in the commission plan. Now you're at 12,000. So the magic number to play with this calculator is how quickly or what do you have to do for your plan to get that account to 10 grand. And then at that point, you could start the process. Now you're making commissions, so you don't have to add any of your commissions. Just roll your ROI for another 90 days, and then you're done rolling. You'll have 21,000 in there, and then you can pull out for 2 months. Now you got that money back. Then after that period of time, roll half of it. By the end of 7 more months, you'll have over 82 grand in there. So, hey, Bobby.
Hi, Bob. Thanks for the info. My head's spinning a little, but quick 2 follow-up questions to this. So when you were doing that example with the $10,000, I guess you were using package C.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a question about package D, because they call it compounding, but from what I've been understanding, it doesn't sound like it compounds. Like I don't quite understand how that works.
The problem is we come from this world of using the word compounding. So what Jensen does is, the reason it's called compounding is he's compounding interest for you for the week that is going to equal 9% for the week. So you're earning 3% more in commissions because he's compounded the interest that you've earned for the week. So now on that package, let me just say it like this. That package, in my opinion, is only good as a niche for one type of person. Somebody that has a large amount to put in from the beginning. They don't want to log in. They're not going to reinvest and compound. They want that money back in 32 weeks, and they're not looking to get cash flow for those 32 weeks. Those are the 5 things that make the niche of the person perfect for that program. So let's say somebody put in $100,000. They're going to earn 9%. So they're going to earn $9,000 times 32 weeks. You can't pull out the profits. It's just going to sit in an account for you. So 9,000 times 32 weeks is 288,000. That's what you would earn on your money in 32 weeks with 100 grand. Then he's going to give you 80% back of the initial 100 grand. So you would have another 80. So then you would have $368,000. So if somebody had 100 grand today, put it in the program D or compounding program, in 32 weeks, they wouldn't have 100 that they had sitting in their bank. They would have 368,000. At that point, all of it is pushed into their wallet, which then they could withdraw all of that money, or they could reinvest some of it and start a new package. That's the only person, in my opinion, that program is good for. Everything else allows you to compound and create a larger cash flow as the way I was explaining. Does that help understand that?
Yeah, it does. So if someone had not as large, like let's say someone had $10,000.
Package C all day long.
Okay, but they didn't care about taking out their seed or anything. They just wanted it to roll. You still think C is a better deal?
Well, watch this. In 7 months, no, scratch what I just said. In 5 months, they not only have all 10 grand back, but they have 21,000 in the account. In 8 months, so watch, let's just do this. 10 grand, by the way, let's do the calculation on 10 grand. So 10,000 is 900 a week. So you're going to have $28,800, okay, is the profit you would make in 32 weeks on compound with 10 grand. Follow me so far?
Yeah.
Then they're going to give you the 8,000 back, 80% of your 10. So now you have $36,800 is what you have in 8 months, okay?
Okay.
Now, on package C, you have 10,000 at 6% that you can compound. We're going to go 3 months. You're going to compound every bit of it for 3 months. And that's going to turn into $21,329. Now, we are still at this point right now, 3 months before your compound would be done, right? Follow me?
Yep.
Okay. So now we're going to go for 2 months. For 2 months, we're going to pull out 5 grand a month. So we would have it all back. So in 5 months, you not only have an account for 21,329, but you have all your money back. So now let's just take this and compound it for 1 more month. Whoops, sorry about that. 21,329. So we're going to compound 1 more month. So at the end of your period here, you would have $27,455 plus this is 8 months total. You follow me?
Sort of.
3 months you compounded. For 2 months you took your 5 grand back. And then for 1 more month you compounded. So now you actually have 27,455 plus you took out your 10,000. So it's 37,455 that you have. And in the other case, you made 36,800. So you made more money. However, you have all 36,800 in your hand. So if somebody wanted that money 8 months from now, that's how they would have the full balance and be able to pull it all out. In package C here, you've pulled out, but you have 27,455 in that account, making you now $1,647 a week or $6,500 a month. Now, with that being said, you could argue that I don't need the cash flow right now. I'm going to take that 36,800 and put it in package C when I'm done. So 8 months from now, I'm going to put that in there. I'm just going to let that go for a year, but I'm going to pull the profits of it every single month. I'm not going to let it go. I'm just going to leave it in there. I'm not, in that 36,800. So 36 weeks, they would get all that back or 80% of it. But 36,800, they would get 6% a week or 8,800 a month. Now they could do D again and make more money again. The only person, in my opinion, that D is good for is somebody that doesn't need cash flow and they're cool with just letting that grow at the end of the month. There's not going to be a compound effect. It's going to be more. Now watch this. Let me show you one last thing. That person you're talking about doesn't need the cash flow. So if we had, let's see, 10,000 at 6% weekly, and we did this for a full 8 months, at the end of 8 months, they would have 75,000 in there. Now, they can't pull it all out, right? Because the very last time they compounded it, extended it. So now they got 36 weeks left on the 75.3. So they could go 36 weeks from there. But now that's paying them $4,500 a week or $18,000 a month in the same 8-month time frame. On the compounding portfolio, they went 8 months, they got 36,000, they could pull all of it out, but now they don't have any cash flow. They have to start over again and figure out whatever cash flow they wanted. This for 8 months, compounded for 8 months, would create you an account of 75 grand and allow you a pretty substantial cash flow every month. And those are the ways I would explain it to somebody. And then that person might say, nope, I still want to do the compounding portfolio. Fantastic. It's accumulated 9% a week.
Question, Bob.
Yeah, man.
On that 9% a week, it still pays out to the upline, the daily residual, correct?
You don't get the residual until the time is over.
No, I mean for the upline.
Yes, I mean for the upline.
Oh, so that's when that, okay.
So daily residual. So watch this. Let's say you personally referred the person, right?
Right.
And they put $10,000 in, they earn 28.8, right?
Mm-hmm.
When their 32 weeks is over, $2,880 is going to drop into your wallet.
Gotcha. Okay, was just curious.
Yeah. So you're not going to earn the residual on the person on the compounding every week. You're also going to wait 32 weeks for that.
Gotcha.
But it could be a good little chunk at the end of 32 weeks.
Absolutely. Thanks.
You're welcome, bro. Good question. And let's go back to, my gosh, who was it that was asking me that question? I can't remember. Did that answer all your questions?
Yeah, it did. But I wasn't watching
Bob.
you on the calculator. I was like listening and taking notes. But when you went back to comparing them and you were doing 10K at the 6% compared to the 9%, et cetera, and you were saying 3 months, then 2 months, then 1 month, but you were saying it was 8 months, but it was only 6 months. So it's actually maybe better than what you were saying, or maybe you were typing in a different number than you were saying.
Well, what I said was, so on my initial plan, we call it the 12-8 strategy. So if you go 12 weeks on $10,000,
okay,
and don't pull any profits, don't share with anybody, don't add any extra money except for your ROI every week. You just keep adding to it every week. At the end of 3 months, it'll be 21,000.
okay.
That'll create $5 grand a month. So then for 2 months, you could pull out all your profits. And then 7 months later, if you've just pulled out 2,500 a month, you would have 82 grand in there. Now, in this case right now that I'm showing you, I just showed you the person doesn't need cash flow or whatever. If they just put it in package C, even at 6% with the compound effect, the same 32 weeks, they actually end up with an account of 75 grand, creating an $18,000 a month cash flow. Now, at the end of the compounding portfolio, they would only have a total of 28.8 plus their initial 8,000, 80% of their 10 grand. So they'd have a total of 36.8 that they could pull it all out right then if they wanted to. That's the difference.
Okay. And the other way, every time you're reinvesting, you're stretching it out more. So
You got it.
you're not actually getting access to it at the end of the 36 weeks. You have to add another 36. But I see the pros and cons. Yeah.
I look at it as get your seed capital back and then just grow the account to create a cash flow.
Okay. Thank you.
Because you know darn well when that person pulls 36 grand out, they're going to buy something. Now they don't have no money. Or they could reinvest the 36.8 and do a new strategy. Whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, Jerry, what's up, buddy? So we are at, hey, man, how are you, brother?
Great, Bob. Good evening here in Nigeria.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the hangout, dude. What time is it there?
This is to 9 p.m. 15 minutes to 9 p.m.
Okay, 9. So you're 6 hours ahead of me. Okay, PM, right? Are you AM or PM?
PM.
Yeah, PM. Yeah, that's right. 8
Yeah.
hours. 3.
Yeah.
No. 6, 7, 9. So it's 6. You're only 6 hours ahead of me. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Sorry for coming late.
No worries, man. We're about to wrap up. Unless you got
No
a question, or if anybody else has any questions at all. I think that was a pretty cool little exercise that a lot of you probably got some good value out of. I play with that calculator a lot to come up with different strategies. Some people might say, you know what, I got $5,000 in credit card debt. How do I get this thing making me enough money to pay off my credit card debt? Right? $5,000 a month, 21,000. So if you had 10 grand, put 10 grand in here, 3 months, you're at 21,000. Now your very first month after that is $5,000. You can pay all those $5,000 of credit cards off. Now the next month you got $5,000. And then the next month you got $5,000. The next month you got $5,000. So it's making you $5,000 a month you could pull out every month. So there's a million scenarios, and everybody has their own kind of plan or what they're looking to accomplish. So, you know, just use some of these strategies, figure out your own plan, whatever it is, and it'll work. You bet, Jason. Appreciate you being here. All right, guys. So we have a presentation for Vortic United tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's at goldenteam.live. If somebody accidentally put goldenteamsupport.com right now, it would come to the same Zoom. But eventually, when these Zooms get up to where we definitely have more than 500 on it, we'll be moving it back over to the other platform. So I would just get in the habit of our live presentations, and our trainings are at goldenteam.live. And then this support Monday through Friday, 1:30 Eastern or 2:30 Eastern, goldenteamsupport.com. So any last straggling questions anybody wants to ask before we run out of here?
I won't hold you, but I have a quick question. Is there any chance that is this somewhere, or could it be somewhere on that training site where it's like on a, not a spreadsheet, but just it's outlined?
Like how to play, like we just did the scenarios?
Right, like the 12-8 and the...
Yes, I'm definitely shooting videos showing the 12-8, 16. There's a 20-11.
Right.
That's for A package. There's 16-9 and then 12-8. All those I'm going to actually record a video, and it'll, when you click on training videos, there'll be another button that says, you know, profit scenario or something like that. You'll click on that and it'll go to those videos.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you.
Bob,
You're welcome.
that was
Yes, sir.
2011 and what?
16-9. And then 12-8.
Well, okay, thank you.
Got it. And it doesn't matter the amounts in those packages. It's going to work out no matter if you have 500, 1,000, 50, whatever. Except it's got to be at least 250 in order to be able to do it, because you can't compound weekly without at least $10. So if you do that scenario on a 2011, then you need to start that calculator with at least $250. Right. All right, guys, I appreciate you being here. Hopefully we'll see some of you on our live at 8 o'clock. Bring a guest or two. Let us help you grow your business. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you tonight. Have a